think I didn't have it public. We're getting ready to set sail today, and we figured it'd be fun to bring you guys along live with us. So we're just kind of cleaning the boat, getting everything straightened up, and getting ready to set sail. So hopefully we start seeing some people on here. Let's see if it's working on Sierra's phone. And we're in the Bahamas right now. We're in like the remote southern Bahamas. Perfect conditions, 15 to 20 knot winds. We'll have them like probably on our beam or a little forward of our beam today. And we're gonna cruise, I don't know. We don't know exactly where we're stopping. Probably somewhere like 15 to 20 or 30 miles away. All right, so this one's working. We see a lot of people on here already. All right, cool. So I already raised the door. Just give us a few minutes. We're gonna kind of be walking around the boat, getting ready, and then we'll raise the sails. We'll sail right off anchor without starting the engines today. And yeah, stand by. All right, what else do we have to do? Got the electronics on. So just let us know what you guys want to see or hear about. We'll be checking in on the chat here intermittently, and I'll move the camera around too after we're kind of sailing and getting ready, like starting to raise the sails. So we'll give you a whole bunch of different angles and stuff. Let us know how this audio and video looks too. So this is the jib furling line. Since we're sailing off anchor, we want to be able to open up the jib quickly. So we'll have the mainsail up. As soon as the anchor releases, we want to open up the jib quickly. So I'm just undoing this furling line, making sure it'll run out nice and neat. We'll just kind of drop it right here. And we'll get the jib sheet on the winch ready to go. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Sierra is vacuum bagging some fish we've been catching the past few days in the galley down here. All right, I think we're almost ready. You want to start getting the anchor up, and I'll get this mainsail. Actually, just give me a minute. I'll get the mainsail going.
I already did that.
Oh, the mainsail's all hooked up?
Yeah.
All right. right, you guys. I think we're ready. We're ready to go. We got almost 200 people on here. Cool. Let's bring you outside. Put you. So Sierra's starting to raise the anchor. Let's see if we could switch this. Yeah. And I'll get the mainsail raised while she's doing that. Hold on one sec, love. All right, stationary. Do you have the bridle off already? All right, go ahead. Salerno here, hi from Fort Lauderdale. Bunch of people from Florida, Nashville. Just waiting for the wind to push the boat so the mainsail comes up through the lazy jacks up there. There we go. A lot of times Sierra will kind of hop up there. I'll show you guys what's going on through our little window here. Sierra will hop up there like she just did and help it through. And it's honestly a little bit easier when we have the engines on and the anchor's up ready to kind of just maneuver and keep it straight into the wind. But right now we're still swinging on anchor a little bit. I'm just pressing our button for our Luma electric winch, which we've never had before, but is freaking awesome. Look at this water right now, you guys. So here's a cool fact. I hope you can hear me, but right over there is a Max Cruise 44, I believe. That's the first one windsurfer, a guy named Steve who we met. And if you've been following like the YouTube sailing thing, you'll know MJ Sailing is building that boat right there pretty much. So, cool little fact. All right, I'll put you back in here. I'll turn you around. You don't have to, because we're pretty low on water right now. We're low on water. She's just gonna rinse the chain, which we do with fresh water because that's what we have up there, and it just kind of helps preserve the life of the chain. But we're low on water right now. We'll make water as soon as we get, start approaching our next anchorage. You're up already, huh? right, mainsail's up. Now we're gonna spin that way. I'm gonna pull the jib out over here. Okay. Hey, just push that down and watch the jib. Help me pull it out if you can. All right. Tacking. So easy with the self-tacker. Here we are, we're sailing. Sailing off anchor, no engines or anything to get started. Oh yeah, we got a breeze today. Can you help me? Pull that traveler way down to port.
We're gonna be able to go say bye.
Keep going. If you want, that's good right there. Yeah, but if you're talking about, are we tacking in there to say bye? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I would like to be able to say bye.
All right. So use those red lines and get it directly in the middle. And can you trim in the jib? There's trimming in the jib. We're gonna just tack up into the other anchorage here to say bye to our friends.
If we can, it's
How's the trim on that right now? Pretty good? Alright, can you close that clutch and put the gray line on there, the out haul? No. I'm going to try to keep it on this angle. That should be good.
Can this go to this one? This should really just let go.
You're Go ahead. So this here is just tightening the out haul right now, flattening out that main sail a little bit.
Doesn't really want to go anywhere without a lot of.
That should be good for now. Go make sure that clutch is closed. Alright, I'm going to tack here. Doing some technical sailing in here.
Sure it's steep enough on here?
Yeah. Is this Persephone right here? And if we have to, we can just turn on the engine. Oh, I don't even think Mike is on their boat.
No, he's on the beach.
Tacking. So our friends Mike and Katie on Kite are right here. We've been cruising with them the past couple weeks, kind of. Been around them at least the past few weeks. But they're not on their boat, they're on the beach. So if you guys remember Adrenaline was a Lock Crowther design. And Mike's boat, Kite, is also a Lock Crowther design. His is a Design 150. You'll see it here in a minute, I'll point it out. Right here, it'll pop in the frame. Not the monohull. Yeah. It's gonna block Mike's boat. Right behind this mono, Crowther Design 150. Really cool, fast boat. And then our other friends right here are on La Cruz, a Voyage 440. And we've been hanging out with them for a bit too. We'll probably see them coming up the next few days. See you guys, we'll let you know where we end up. And we're off. Can you let out that jib sheet? Check this boat out right here. Big Nordhaven, Nordhaven. Checking out our chart with another 10 degrees off. We're gonna have to go off the wind pretty good until we get out past the sandbars over here, and then we'll turn up into the wind a little bit more, probably be on a beam reach or a close reach. All right, get the pull the traveler down here. You can sheet that out pretty good, bud. Yeah, because we're going downwind. So I got hair in my mouth. All right. Got like over 500 people on here.
What?
Over 500 people on here.
Our boat can't hold that many.
Our boat, Sarah said our boat can't hold that many people. So how's the audio, how's the video look, you guys? How was that? What? Show them your lure. So we're on the bank. We're going to be on the bank the whole time, relatively shallow water. And the chances of us catching barracuda, which you don't really eat here, are very high. But there's a chance we could catch a mutton or a cerro mackerel or Spanish mackerel like we did the other day. I think it was a cerro. Those are incredible eating. Yeah, or a mutton or maybe even a grouper if we get really lucky. But most likely we're going to be catching a bunch of barracuda. And by the third or fourth or fifth one, I'm probably going to suggest we put that away. All right. So we're broad reaching right now, running. It's 16 knots of wind at the moment. We're doing 6 knots boat speed, really deep downwind with just the jib and the full main. And then as we turn up after we round these sandbars, we'll be beam reaching or close reaching. You know, if we have 15 to 20, then we'll be doing at least 7 knots, but probably to 9 knots. And let's check out some of these comments, or let's check out this chat and see if you guys have any questions or anything. I see some messages held for review. People just wanting shout outs and stuff. Some history of our boat. So our boat that we're on now is a Seawind 1170. This is hull number 1. It was built in Vietnam, and number 2 was built in Vietnam, but all the rest of them, 3 will be finished in Turkey, Izmir, Turkey, and then all the rest of them will be built in Izmir, Turkey. So it's 39 feet long, sailing catamaran, brand new model that we got in June, and this is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. This is like our 5th cruising boat, including our trawlers that we've had, and yeah, it's been incredible. It's such a great balance of comfort and space, and performance for what you get with that comfort and space in just a 39-foot package. So let me know if you guys want to know anything more on that. No swing keel. They got fixed mini keels, so we draw a little over 3.5 feet. It's like 3.8 or 3.9. And mini keels are known to have much less upwind performance than daggerboard catamarans, but we've been getting pretty good upwind performance, at least in calm conditions. Once that sea state starts to pick up, definitely start to fall off a bit, but we're tacking inside of 100, or we're tacking in about 100-degree angles, and keeping our speed up decently well. So that's pretty good for a mini keel cat. Turn our VHF on, make sure no one's calling us. Full screen. I don't know. We're in portrait mode on the phone, so everyone wants landscape mode. So you guys must be on your computer. I don't know if that's gonna work here. Let's try it. Let's take a vote. Do you guys want portrait mode or my orientation is locked? All right, I can't go landscape. It says it's locked. Any issues with any of the blocks or tackle yet? I guess we had one block kind of explode on our Traveler. That was in one of our videos. It wasn't a huge deal. And I think it was just a bad lead as that Traveler comes way down to one side. But not too many issues. We've had to be careful with the reefing blocks on the leech of the sail. Just if you bring them too far down when you're reefed, they'll kind of smash into the boom and some of the stuff up there. So you got to make sure there's enough space for them where they're not smashing into the boom. And we have one block that's getting a little bit distorted just for that reason. I mean, it's a user thing. It's not a block thing. Our air draft, meaning how tall are we from the water, is 62 and change, including the whip antenna. We just call it 63. Any 63 or under, where it's a no-go for us, but anything over 63, we're perfectly fine. Have not hit our antenna on any bridges or anything yet, standing by that, so turn up 10 degrees. Where are we? We're in the Bahamas. Are you getting radar? Probably not. Our experience with flexible solar panels, they're cool. It's just a trade-off. I mean, so we have 990 watt that efficient. That's the trade-off. They're not that efficient, but you can glue them down, and they're really sleek and low profile, and you can walk all over them. So one of our upgrades when we get back to Florida, in a few months is going to be adding more solar. We definitely need more solar, and we'll probably just add more flexible panels. So where we'll lose, we'll make up for that inefficiency by just adding more panels, but we'll be able to walk all over them, and it's a fair trade-off. But if there's opportunity for hard panels where you don't need to walk on them and you want that efficiency, hard panels are the way to go. Man, we got people from all over, South Africa, Bridgeport. Has Jetty ever fallen overboard? No, knock on wood. She's fallen off the dock before, like getting onto the dinghy, but that's about it. Eating any hogfish? We actually had some hogfish last night. Daytona Beach, Miami, Netherlands. Just messing around with some of these live stream features. Tasmania, California, Portugal, holy smoke, Syracuse, New York. We just met a few people from the Syracuse area. Turn up 10 degrees more. Sunscreen, but just we'll reapply here since you're reminding me. And we got our Tula UPF shirts, so these guys are awesome in the sun, keep us nice and protected. Get some on my face. The link for everything, these shirts and everything is in the Tula shop, is right in the description, so it's always there if you guys want to get a hold of Living Your Daydream UPF shirts. We just restocked a bunch, so got a little cut on my nose, gotta keep that covered. Yep, using the washing machine. You guys saw we installed a washing machine a few months ago, and we've had a little ups and downs with it in terms of like its balancing and stuff like that, but we seem to have it figured out, and it's been working really well. It doesn't work in rough conditions, but in really calm conditions, settled conditions, when we're on anchor, it works perfectly. It's been working perfectly. Best sunscreen. This is the stuff I use. It's like all natural. It's a little bit like oily, greasy type, but it's all natural, zinc. And I really like this stuff. It comes in a stick or like the lotion like this. And this, we are like an affiliate for them. So we have a link for this stuff, Raw Elements, in our description as well. So if you guys are looking for really good, healthy, like all natural, reef safe sunblock, give this a try. Best case, how many could you sleep on the new ride? We have 3 cabins, so 2, 4, 6, and then in our salon area in here, I'll give you guys a walk around a little bit. Here, this whole table goes down, so you could sleep a couple here, or you could sleep like 3 or 4 kids, honestly. Sierra, can I come down there? What you doing?
Trying to save all of our goodies. We got some snappers, some triggers, some hogfish.
And you're vacuum bagging them and throwing them in the freezer?
Yeah, because we can't eat it all fast enough. And we want to have something to eat.
How do you like the galley down? Because we're about to get that question 20 times.
I love it when we are like on anchor. I can't be down here if it's rough and we're like offshore, but I get seasick in general, so that's not really saying anything towards the galley down. But this area is really what gets me when it's rough.
But that's not to say you wouldn't get the same seasickness if we had a galley up.
Yeah, it's just anywhere that I'm trying to cook when it's hot and we're moving a lot, I just don't do well with it. But yeah, for this, like when people are over and we're like having dinner and whatever, the whole mess is out of the way. And we can have that whole area to like hang out. And the mess is hitting. The food is out of the way.
You guys will like this. Oh, there's Jetty Girl. Hey, Jetty. And look down here. All dirty. I'll show you the other side. Now we gotta clean that thing. I think it's the salt water on the outside. It just hasn't been splashed yet. Good girl. We got a boat in front of us that we gotta call, make sure we pass appropriately. Two of a kind, Lori Sue. I didn't copy that. Two of a kind, Lori Sue. Hey, two of a kind, we're the catamaran right in front of you. Just want to see if we do port-to-port pass there.
That's fine. It looked like you were going down, so I went up, and now I see you're back up, so that's fine.
Yeah, it just turned up 10 degrees. I'll stay on this course or a little bit higher even.
So obviously our AIS is working solid.
Yeah, I see you on AIS.
Yes, we had a problem a couple of weeks ago, and I have not had any conversation.
Really hard to hear you on the VHF. Pretty windy, but yep, I see you on AIS.
Two of a kind, this is Nellie Zen.
Weather.
Back.
Two of a kind, this is Merryweather. You hear me? Over.
One.
Up one.
That's this boat right in front of us here, just making sure we have a good pass. two of a kind. Looks like a lagoon, maybe 420 probably. Wow, we're doing 8 knots. We're doing 8 knots and 18 knots of wind on a broad reach here. We're slowly turning up with just the jib and full main. How many knots are you going? 8 knots, just over 8 knots. It's pretty good for being so deep with just the jib out. Is there a good surf in the Bahamas? There can be. Not very consistent, but we've gotten a few good days since we've been down here so far. Where? Not gonna tell. I'll give you another view here. How you doing? Oh, gotta pull that mainsail in a bit. Knots. If it starts to get steady above 100, we're gonna probably reef the main here. I mean, 20. If it starts to get steady above 20 knots, we're gonna reef the main. It's getting close. Jib. All right. What do you guys got in the chat here? You got any questions? Is it ever deep enough to prone foil surf? Yeah, definitely. We've been winging a ton, and we did a few downwind runs with our friends Mike over there and his crew Steve, who was aboard. So really great downwind opportunities, and yeah, I'm sure you could foil surf like prone in certain spots, but really winging and downwinding like offshore a little bit has been the best. Boat speed is 8 knots still and 17.5 knots of wind on a broad reach. How's the grill location? Perfect. We've been using it a lot. Works really, really well. Any sharks? Yeah, we've been seeing some sharks. Sierra, you'll see in a video soon enough, but Sierra thought, we don't have it on video, but we think we might have seen a great white shark underwater while we were spearfishing. I'm like 75% sure. Sierra's like 95% sure, and she got a much better look at it. So we're in the southern Bahamas, southern remote Bahamas. And we're just heading north probably 20 or 30 miles today. And for this live stream, we're using Starlink. And so far, you know, once in a while we'll get dropouts with Starlink, but I think so far so good. Let me know how you guys think the reception is. Have you noticed any pauses or dropouts or anything? And yeah, is the video and audio quality good for you? News is telling Americans to be warned about the Bahamas. Yeah, the United States issued a travel advisory because there was like 18 murders and maybe some kidnaps or something. But that's probably all in Nassau or maybe Freeport. That's nowhere near where we are. The Bahamas is a big place, and 99.9% of the people here are super friendly. And besides a lot of maybe Nassau and Freeport, pretty much everywhere else is pretty dang safe. So no concern for us. We try not to go to Nassau anyway, unless we have to, or we have to provision, or like pick guests up or something. Marine Starlink? No, we just have I think it's the Gen 2, like the regular rectangular dishy. It's right here. And we got it when it was like the residential, this was sent to us as a residential unit or whatever. And then when we started using the boat, we just changed our plan to, what's it called? Roam or something? Travel plan or something. So we can't use it. If we get offshore very far, we can't use it. And if we travel faster than like 10 knots, we can't use it. But that's rare. And if we're like out offshore far enough, it's, we don't really need to use it. But you can like reset your plan or whatever, and you can use it offshore. You just got to go through some settings and pay extra for data and stuff like that. What's inside our fridge? Fish and conch and lobster. We're running low. We have like no fresh vegetables anymore, but we're gonna go reprovision in just a couple of days. We'll be back up to a place where we can reprovision. But we have a ton of fresh fish, conch, and lobster tails in the fridge, which is nice. I still got some filleting to do from yesterday. Actually, they're on ice right now. But yeah, we're definitely running low. No fresh vegetables, but we have a bunch of canned stuff. I don't know, what else are we running low on? Pretty much everything else we're running low on. But we have like rice, grains, fresh canned vegetables, coffee, and stuff like that. So we could probably go for another. How long could we live or like be comfortable on the supplies we have right now? What? Yeah, we could probably go 2 more weeks, as long as we keep catching fish and lobster and conch, and still be eating pretty good with, our canned stuff and what we do have left. Some coconuts. Customs fee. So to cruise here in the Bahamas, when you check in, you have to pay $300 for a boat that's over 34 feet, and that allows you to be here for 3 months, I believe. And that's also includes your fishing license with that $300. And then if you have more than like 2 crew, I think it's like $50 additional per person or something like that, very roughly. And what else? Oh, you could do, I think it's a 6 month or a year. I'm pretty sure it's a 1 year permit that you can do for double the amount. So $600, and you can be here for 1 year. But it might just be 6 months. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Right now it's just Sierra and I and Nitty Girl. And back here. Keep her there for you guys. Jetty eats her dog food, and she really likes, she'll eat pretty much any leftovers, but she loves freshly caught like tuna or Sierra mackerel or kingfish, king mackerel. She'll eat that raw all day long. Being that we are a sailboat and we use our sails, do we use a lot of fuel, someone asked. And basically, we filled up when we left Florida like 2 months ago. And we had 95 gallons in our diesel fuel tank, plus another 5-gallon jerry jug, and we're getting pretty close to empty now. So a lot of that is because we kind of rely on that diesel to run our engines to help us charge our batteries and then make water off of the batteries. So like it's not just propulsion, it's, you know, making electricity as well, which you can do at the same time. But yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, yeah, 95 gallons in 2 months, and that includes, you know, our generator or whatever. And then we have additional fuel for our dinghy as well. That's gasoline, and we kind of go through that a little bit quicker, I guess. We'll use maybe, probably on average, like 6 gallons a week on the dinghy. Depends how much we're going off exploring and spearfishing and everything. We don't have an ice maker, but we have a bunch of big ice packs that we keep in the freezer. And then when we want them to keep fish cold or whatever, we'll take them out of the freezer, put them in the cooler, keep the fish cold, and then then we'll clean them really good and put them back in the freezer for next time. This is our dinghy. If someone asked to see our dinghy. So it's a Highfield CL340, and we got customized a little bit with some extra wear patches and rope handles, which are really cool. And then I had these 2 things fabricated in Napa when we were, redoing the trawler, which came out really nice. And then this is a 20 horsepower outboard 4-stroke. That setup has been working really well for us. Probably 5 or 10 minutes here, we're going to turn a bit more, pick up some speed, and trim the sails in a little bit. Still doing 8 knots and 17 knots of wind right now on a broad reach. Show you guys that setup. People keep wanting us. How many of you guys like it in portrait mode like this, or how many of you would like it to turn to landscape? I guess it depends if you're watching on your phone or your computer. A lot of people are asking for landscape. So if you want to keep it in portrait like this, you gotta let me know in the chat here. Wow, almost 9 knots. Everyone. Alright, let's see if we can even do landscape. I tried before, but it didn't work. Let's try again. I don't think it's gonna work, you guys. But if we did... Yeah, it's not locked on my phone, it's locked in the YouTube app. This streaming app, so it doesn't seem like I can do landscape. Sorry. Oh, someone said we have to restart the stream to do it in landscape. Well, maybe we'll do landscape next time. If you guys like this live sailing stream, let us know, and maybe we'll do it next time. What kind of chart plotter? This is all B&G. This is a Zeus 12-inch, and this stuff has been working incredibly well for us. This is our first time we've had like really nice instruments on any of our boats, and wind instruments, and it is, especially the wind instruments, such a game changer. And then we have Navionics charts on the B&G display. What can I eat? I'll make it. Oh yeah. I'll get it. Are you gonna eat it or no? Getting a little bumpy out here. We're on the bank and we're protected by a bunch of islands, but the wind's picking up pretty good and there's a good amount of fetch right now between these islands, so. Alright, we're gonna have to turn up wind here. Trim in the sails. We got 2 boats off our bow we gotta watch out for. Pull the Traveler up closer to center as well, which is right there. Got a fish? No bites yet. Can you answer some of the chat questions?
You just are having them watch your face.
No, we're talking. I'm answering the chat and then I'm changing it when we're trimming the sails. Ask Sarah some questions here.
I can't read them. I hope Billy has been being a good host for you. How many crank handles have you lost to the sea? Knock on wood? Not a one. They all have nice little holders where they go right into. Can you carry a gun on your boat? You can carry a gun on your boat, but any country, most countries you go to all have different requirements. Like the Bahamas, you have to declare it, and when you declare it, do they hold it for you?
I don't know. The Bahamas doesn't. I don't think.
But some countries do. Like you'll declare it, and they have to hold it, and then you can go back to the place you checked in to pick it up before you leave. But most of the time, when you're cruising, you don't go back to the exact same spot. You're kind of on your way somewhere. So, yeah, you can, but it comes with lots of things you need to know in each country. Sierra, did you spear the triggerfish? We caught the triggerfish yesterday, and we caught another one a couple days ago. We had been in a spot where there were tons of conch, so we got our conch limit for the day. We've been saving all of the conch bait and using it, conch like extras that we don't eat and using it as bait. And then I was putting it in the bag and Billy like immediately threw it over. We were showing our friends how good conch bait is, and like 2 seconds later it couldn't have been any more perfect. And Billy caught a giant like gray triggerfish. And then yesterday we were using conch bait again after we went spearfishing, and we caught a bunch of the queen triggerfish. Tell us about the great white. So we were spearfishing the other day off of like Ragged Island area, and
I haven't been saying any locations.
well, and we had been in for a couple hours. We had speared a hog, 3 lobster, and we had moved a little bit from where we were spearing. Like when we speared the hog, we jumped in and moved like, I don't know, a quarter mile away or whatever. And a couple hours into it, it was pretty murky. And I had speared a lobster. I was in the dinghy for like, I don't know, 10 minutes trying to get my slip tip out of the lobster. It was like knotted in a weird way and like wrapped around his spine. And while I was doing that, Billy was off swimming by himself. And then I finally was able to get back into the water, and we're kind of like swimming along and off. How far would you say I am right now from our like buoy?
What?
How far am I from that buoy? Probably 20 feet away. And we see this giant shark, the biggest shark we've ever seen besides the little shark. And it had a super white belly, like so contrasted from its top side. And its face was pointy, and there were no stripes.
Caleb, we gotta get some more halyard tension on this mainsail. Can you just press start, standby? Let's just luff up into the wind slightly so you're steering out. No, it's on standby, you're steering. Just very slightly until a little more. Keep going. And I'll tell you when to steer back. Keep going. Alright, back. Alright, cool. And then let's get it on 35 degrees apparent. The auto, number mode. Set that. Better. Set like no, okay.
And anyways, it was not a tiger shark. They have more kind of blunt faces, and it didn't have any stripes. In my opinion, it was much bigger than any bull shark I've ever seen, and way more gray than like brown. And the only other option for a shark that big, with white belly, gray top, pointy face, no other markings, like it's great white. I could be wrong, but in my mind, that's what I saw. So we got out of the water very quickly. And I normally like don't freak out when we see sharks. I normally try to like kind of get some video of them. But I knew that we had been in the water with fish, and I was like, we gotta get out now. So we swam back. And it showed no aggression, no anything, just kept going. When we got in the dinghy, we tried to go see if we could find it, but we couldn't. So that is all. That is the shark story. We were in like 12 to 15 feet of water. Someone just said it was mako. I've seen makos before. Makos are much more blue on top, and longer and skinnier. This was like beefy. And makos do have like a even pointier face. So maybe it was, but I highly doubt that. Ever coming to Puerto Rico? We have been to Puerto Rico. We sailed to Puerto Rico a couple of years ago, and Billy went to Puerto Rico for his bachelor party. Yeah, what else? Will we be coming back to the East Coast this fall? We will not. We're heading back in March, doing some more like boat warranty work, and my sister's getting married, and then come late April, early May, we're gonna head back to the Bahamas, the Abacos this time, and then we'll kind of head offshore and straight down, and probably go to the BVIs and then kind of island hop down to Grenada and spend a little bit of time in Grenada, but then maybe hit the ABCs in Panama this year. And I know lots of people are probably going to ask if we're going to go through the canal. Not this year. Eventually I think we would like to, but we can't cross the Pacific with jetty. Lots and lots of things are involved with that, and it is possible, but there's quarantine periods, and she would not do well in a government quarantine facility, and she would be like 12 at that point, and I would not do that to her. So it's not going to be with jetty, but maybe eventually we will cross the ocean. Where are we going?
Right up to here, maybe, at least, I don't know. Yeah, maybe right here. Somewhere in here. Oh yeah, we could go here. This is closer than I thought. I mean, further up than I thought, so maybe we go in here. How's that sound?
You want to see my artwork I did this morning?
Yeah.
Not you. You already saw it. So if you follow us on Instagram, you probably already saw this, but this is what I worked on this morning. We actually got each other fish print supplies for Christmas. I got Billy some and he got me some, and we didn't know, and we gave each other the same Christmas present. So, yeah, we have been wanting to do fish prints for a long, long time, and we finally were able to get some fish that would make some good prints. So this is my favorite so far, and I love the colors, but I also did a yellowtail snapper and a hogfish, and the hogfish is really cool. I did him in black, so we might turn him into a t-shirt design, but I gotta do something really cool with these. I made a bunch, so I don't know, maybe a tank top, or frame it, sell them. I don't know. Would you guys buy these if I kept doing them?
Did you tell him what kind of fish it is?
Oh, sorry. A
Message?
queen triggerfish. Well, I said it, but I didn't. She's a queen. There's also like the oceanic triggerfish.
Great.
But those are all gray.
I got it going.
Okay. You want to take over your live again?
Sure.
This live was all Billy's idea, so I hope you're having fun with him. I think he's having fun with you.
Stop making it awkward. They want to know who. Did you tell them exactly how you did that?
No. So I painted the fish. Well, caught the fish, painted the fish, and then the colorful ones I just painted. I have a whole collection of colorful paints, and I just painted where the fish was each color, and then we put the canvas over it, and then you pull it up, and you got your fish.
So it's a print.
Yeah, a fish print.
And then after we painted the fish and you did your print, we're gonna eat the fish.
Yeah. When you fillet them, which you've been slacking on, I have been filleting and cleaning all the fish, and Billy's been cooking dinner, which I will take any day, unless we get back like really, really late, and I just hit a point where I just want to be clean and cozy, and that's we were out too long yesterday, and I was just like, it's your turn this time. So yeah, okay, have fun with Billy. Also, you'll probably notice that there are many different types of cruisers, sailors. There's the kind of people that get their sails up, moving in the right direction, they're going a speed where they're like happy going, and then they kind of just chill. And then there's the people that are trimming, trying to get every ounce of speed out of the boat, and that is Billy. He's a very active sailor.
Sometimes.
99% of the time. Yeah. Yeah, Billy does not sit still when we're sailing. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way.
Well, I will now, though. Now our course is set. Sails are trimmed.
Well, now, because now you're going to the wind.
Well, I gotta trim it a little more.
What boat speed? We are currently going 8 knots in 17 knots of true wind. Or actually, the boat speed is 9.2, but do we have current here? Why is there current here? I wouldn't expect there to be, but apparently we're fighting about 1.5 knots of current. Now, if only we could catch a fish. We're getting an alarm that's really shallow. Okay. This is awkward. Will we be at Annapolis this year? No, we will not. We will be in the Caribbean. We were at Annapolis last year. The boat was in Annapolis, but this year we will be somewhere warm. Are we meeting other sailing YouTubers? We haven't. I mean, we've met quite a few. We haven't seen anybody lately. I'm trying to think. We're waiting for Bo and Brady to get over here so we can meet up with them, but they're making their way. I'm trying to think. Mermaid Monster is probably going to come over soon. Who else is over here? When Sailing, we follow them on Instagram. They're over here. Do we fish? We do fish. We have a line out currently. I don't know if you can see it. Only one because we're in Barracuda territory, but maybe we'll get lucky enough and we will get a mackerel or mutton. They want to see the jib. Go bring them up there.
What about it?
I don't know. They said, can we see the jib? Go on.
Alright, I was just tweaking. Here's our setup on the starboard side of the boat. I hope you guys can hear me. I was just pulling out the outhaul of the mainsail, getting that foot of that mainsail a little bit tighter. It was baggy from last time we were sailing in light downwind conditions. And then here's our jib sheet, jib furling line, and cruising. We're doing like 9 knots right now and like 18 knots of wind still. My favorite just watching the bow cut through the water is just so nice. Beautiful out here. And here's looking back, so here's the jib again. We have the screecher down on deck right now. That's why you see that toggle like that. There you go. It's up on the bow. So the plan is to leave this going our whole sail, which can I see your navionics for a sec? Man, we're cruising. We're doing 9 knots in 16 knots of wind. That's really good. Wind is just forward of the beam. So true wind is at 70 degrees. Apparent wind is at 48 degrees. Yeah, 9 knots. Flying. 9 knots in 17 and a half. 9 knots in 17 knots of wind. So we'll probably only go to here, so 7 miles away.
That's it? No.
You want to go further? It's just then we're gonna get into, yeah, like we're gonna have to cross that area. It's gonna get rough crossing that big stretch with no islands, and then we could. It's up to you. Just we still got. Do you have wind finder on there too? We still got 2 full days, basically, of good wind after this. So what I was saying is the plan was just to keep this live stream going the whole entire sail until basically we drop the hook. And I was planning on there being a bunch of parts where it's not really us talking, or just sailing. But if you guys keep having questions, I'll try to keep engaging the whole time. I do have to get a drink of water though, I'm thirsty. Water.
Yep.
Like on the bank side, like kind of like a mile off of water on the bank side. There's no way to do a wide angle or Insta360 on a live stream. There are ways to use different cameras. Like right now, you're just on my phone. This live stream's on my phone. Yeah, there's no way. But we could set up a live stream. It gets really complicated when you start using different cameras. We've never done it successfully. But there is a way, and I think that'd be really cool. And to be able to do like a more of a wide angle lens or multiple angles that we can switch from without me having to walk around the phone. But for now, for this one, yeah, it's just going to be this whatever. I can zoom in a little, but
Yeah, let's just go here today, and then water.
okay. So we're going to a spot that's only like 7 miles away. So we'll probably have like a little less than an hour left of this. Really are flying. Wow. Are we streaming with Starlink? Yep, we are. When we were on the Corsair, did we ever go faster than the wind? Really good question. I don't think so. But we were very close to wind speed at times. I think it probably is possible on that Corsair 880, especially if you had the sport rig, the taller rig on it. Can't remember how close we were to true wind speed. How do we handle sharks when we're spearfishing? So out here in the Bahamas, we do see a lot of sharks, especially when you shoot a fish and you have a bloody fish in the water. We try to, as soon as someone shoots a fish, we're on the buddy system, so we're always watching the person down below. And if that person shoots a fish, they immediately swim up to the surface with the fish and try to hold it out of the water. And the other person is on shark duty and just head is on a swivel, looking out for sharks. And if they come close, kind of poking them away, although we haven't had to do that really, luckily. And then the person with the fish just swims directly to the dinghy and gets the fish on the dinghy in the cooler as fast as possible, just to keep this wounded fish out of the water. And if we don't see sharks around and, you know, it's not a really sharky area, we'll probably stay in the same spot and, you know, get some more fish. But as soon as we see a shark or sharks around or feel sharky or we don't like the spot anymore, we just move spots and we go, you know, 100 yards away, 200 yards away to the next coral head or whatever. Do you typically leave the screecher up and furled, or do you always take it down? We've had it down for like a week now because we had some wind over 30 knots, which that preempted me to take it down. But besides that, like if, you know, it's normal wind, even into the 20s and we're on anchor or whatever, we keep it furled up and, you know, up and hoisted, and it just keeps it out of the way. And I think that's perfectly fine. But, you know, once I see the forecast going into the 30s, then it's easy enough just to take it down and, you know, prevent an accident happening. Like, you know, even if we're just on anchor, the screecher could potentially unfurl. I mean, unlikely, because we do a good job furling it up and making sure the sheets are wrapped around a few times, but it could happen, and it's an expensive sail, so might as well just take it down, store it on deck. But we'll probably put it up either when we need it or when we need it or want it out of the way. We hear so much about plastic garbage patches in the ocean. Have you seen any significant amounts of floating garbage? Yeah, we have actually. Right now we're in pretty remote Bahamas and we still have seen garbage floating around while we're spearfishing and stuff. And the amount of plastic garbage on these beaches is just, it's really sad. It's pretty mind-blowing. Like, these beaches are just littered with plastic. You know, we'll try to pick it up here and there and dispose of it, but just disposing of our own garbage is a challenge in remote areas of Bahamas. So to take on more to dispose of is a little bit challenging, but we try, and honestly, it does make a dent even. Probably not, you know, it's just the facts. I don't know where the garbage is out there, and it just gets blown up with the trade winds and onto these beaches, so kind of sad. Are you running the tracker for Patreons right now? Do we have a tracker going for patrons right now? Yeah, not right now. We only do it when we're like offshore, like doing passages. So no. Ever notice boat speed you catch most fish? So what speed do we sail at when we catch the most fish? We've been doing really bad trolling lately, but in general, like, it's like under 8 knots of boat speed. When we do catch fish, you know, it's 6-7 knots is when we catch fish. Yeah, I told them we've been doing pretty bad trolling, but hopefully maybe tomorrow we'll be out in deep water and we can catch some. How's the waves? Pretty calm right now. We're in the lee of an island right here, maybe a mile away, so pretty calm. Really beautiful sailing. 9.3 knots and 17 knots of wind. Wow. That's pretty good for 39-foot catamaran with all the comforts and space that we have. Like, you can't really beat that. 9.5 knots, 9.4, and 18 knots of breeze. How long will it take us to go 7 miles? Well, at this rate, we're doing 9.5 knots. You know, it'll well under an hour to do 7 miles. Yeah, someone's commenting on the amount of noise. You're just hearing like all the water moving on the sterns behind us, and then I'm sure you're getting a lot of wind noise as well that's wrapping around even though we're in the helm. The water noise is always kind of loud when we're going fast, But when we're protected from the salon here, the whole, at the helm station, the wind really isn't bad at all. Yeah, we're at 55 apparent right now, 80 degrees true. And we have our autopilot set to the wind direction, so I don't have to run around, keep trimming. The boat's just shifting with the wind shifts, and just staying on that set apparent wind angle. Do you like the overall boat performance? Again, I said it before, I'll say it again. For what you get out of a 39-foot catamaran with all the space and comfort that we have here, and like how heavy, and the load carrying capacity of this boat, yes, I am super happy with the performance, taking all that into account. Could we have a 39-foot catamaran that goes a lot faster? Yeah, we definitely could. Adrenaline was basically the same footprint and went a lot faster, but was much less comfortable, much less space, and much more sensitive to load carrying capacity. So that's the trade-off, and I'm so happy with the performance with, all of that stuff taken into consideration. Someone wants to check my trim on the sails with the telltales. All right, I'll show you here. So the jib has, because it's on the self-tacker, it's got a little twist in it. We got the middle telltales just breaking barely. I should tighten that a little bit, especially right now. It's fluttering. There we go, a little bit better there. And then the main, you can see the lure telltales there. Those are the lower lures on the main. And then maybe I need to bring it down on the Traveler a bit more, but pretty close to good. I'll show you the windward side of them. Windward telltales are flying nicely, and then actually all our leewards are as well, except yeah, that's actually pretty perfect trim for the main. I'm really happy with that. Cruising, man. So there's our protection from the wind, and we are actually anchored right over there the other day with our friends on Kite and La Cruz. Beautiful spot. Got a bunch of fish and conch over there. We're gonna go up a few miles, check out the new place tonight. Bring you guys up on the cabin top right now because it's so calm. More solar panels? Yep, we're definitely adding some more solar. We're gonna add probably 2 more right here on each side. What kind of boat do we have? This is a Seawind 1170 catamaran. Some sargassum weed right there. 2 boats up in front of us. Have you sold Adrenaline? Yeah, we sold Adrenaline. Wow, you can just put there. Sold adrenaline a while ago. Alright. If it starts getting too gross, I'm gonna switch where you guys are facing so you don't have to watch me eat. So we had a beach barbecue bonfire last night with a bunch of our friends that we've been cruising with, and then some new friends who we met last night. And Sarah made some incredible mac and cheese, and this is leftovers. It's really good. Alright, I'm gonna face you guys forward while I'm eating here, so I don't gross you out. Do you think, I think it's almost better the second day. Yeah.
I think I like mac and cheese, like not the bacon kind. I kind of like the bacon. Yeah.
Face you guys forward up here. How's this spot? Yeah, I don't know. If I put you guys out there, the wind noise is gonna be so annoying for you unless you turn the volume off. I got an idea. Put you inside, facing out the window. It won't be as clear, but can I scoot in on this side, please? But there won't be any wind noise. Give me 1 second here. tell me if you like this spot here. Nope, I'm trying. Sorry guys, I'm trying. This isn't working. Oh well. Maybe if I go like this. I got an idea. I think you're gonna like this angle. There you go. How's that? Let me know how that is for you. Maybe I'll try to clean that window a bit. glad we saved it. Is this all the extra?
Did you think a hot knife would kind of spray?
You could just take a lighter down the side super quick.
But the hot knife also gets it straight more.
Yeah, but how would you do that with a hot knife?
Draw out a perfect square and then use the hot knife to square.
Hard to not. I mean, fill in that fabric with the knife, but texture, right?
Use fabric.
I've never seen it done in theory. I think it could, but
I watch celebrate guys do it all the time.
okay. Alright, sorry about that, you guys. Just stuffed my face with leftover lobster mac and cheese. But we're back and we're really getting close to our destination here. Just a mile or two out already. Just gonna show you around the boat again real quick. Galley's a mess right now. But I was just down here enjoying the view. We gotta clean our windows. Just salt. And then we got, maybe the other side's cleaner now. No. Anyway. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. So ideally, we would just sail right into this anchorage. Furl in the jib, sail on the main alone and find a nice sandy spot and head upwind and drop the anchor and drop the main all at the same time. But we have to charge the batteries and make some water, which the water maker uses power off the battery, so we got to recharge the batteries additionally for that. So we're going to turn the engines on and we'll just motor into the wind the last little bit, make a little bit of power, keep them on after we get on anchor while we're making some water. So maybe in a few minutes I don't know, maybe we'll start making water when we get on anchor. We're going pretty fast. So what do you guys have going in the chat? Did you have any more questions you wanted me to answer or anything else you wanted to see on the boat during this live stream? I'm trying to adjust this. I said it in the beginning of the stream, but if you guys want any merchandise, Tula merchandise from the Tula shop, the link is in the description. It always is in any of our videos, right in the description. Head to the Tula shop and we have these hooded, lightweight UPF shirts that have been incredible for us in the Bahamas here in the sun, or even if you're not in the sun, they're really comfortable. But any of that stuff, if you buy a whatever floats your boat t-shirt or sweatshirt or one of these newer ones that we just got restocked, that all helps support our channel and us making the videos and of course maintaining the boat and everything like that. So we thank you guys for that. Check that out in the description.
Journey, this Muncie.
So in just a few minutes I'll turn the engines on here.
Muncie, journey, let's go to 17.
Wow. Look at this beach, you guys. You gotta see this thing. Jetty, we got a big long beach for you to run on. That's really, really good. You're doing 9 knots and like 15, 16 knots of wind. Flat water, even flatter than before because we're getting even closer to the lee. And yeah, this is what they call champagne sailing. You could literally have a champagne glass sitting right here and it wouldn't spill, and we're flying along. 9 knots, so over 9 knots. We probably averaged over 9 knots on this one, which we haven't averaged over 9 knots very much. It was even as when we're loaded up, it's tough to average over 8 knots. We've averaged 7 knots all day long. But today, I think we averaged 9 knots for the 20 or 30 miles we just went. I think it was probably only 20 miles, if that. Learning the lines. What's up, you guys? Don't need motor with that speed. Yeah, we don't, but we have to charge our batteries and we're at our spot. So what we're gonna do is just turn the engines on, furl in the jib, and then just motor into the anchorage and drop the mainsail. Motor right into the wind, drop the mainsail, and we're a quarter mile away right now. What? Your prints? Man, what a beautiful day. Alright, I think it's about time to turn on the engines. And we'll get the jib furled in. You guys hear that? Sarah said, why are there so many people?
Sanchez, come on, Sanchez. Let's you out to the south of me. Sanchez there, one, come on. Come on, Project. Yeah, right, going in, then you can 1,000 in.
Alright, jib's furled. Get the main sheet, mainsail halyard ready to drop over here. Go on. No, yeah, I said going to get. You want to do it? So I see a few commercial fishing boats in here. 2 or 3.
This is where they've been cleaning their fish.
Which means lots of sharks around. Yeah, Sarah just said this is where they've probably been cleaning their catch. Which means probably lots of sharks in the anchorage. So, oh wow, even more. I see 3, maybe 4 or 5. Bunch of commercial fishing boats. Which means not gonna be able to clean our bottom in here. Good drop. Alright, we're gonna turn into the wind. And drop it. I'm gonna show you how fast this thing drops. First we'll go ready?
Stay, Jenny, stay.
That's pretty good. That's the roller, what do they call it?
Come on, Todd.
Roller batting cars. Really nice. Alright, while we're motoring in here, I'm actually gonna turn on the water maker now. Hey, I'm just slow forward and idle. I'm gonna turn on the water maker. Can you keep watch? Okay, I'll show you guys how we turn on the water maker. Welcome to our bathroom. Breeze going. One second. Turn the light on here. So we're just going to tighten that valve until we get to proper pressure, and then we're going to test it with that divert line, and then we'll switch it to the water tank. we're turning salt water into fresh water. Leave down for a couple hours. That makes so much water at one time. That's makes like in this warm water, it makes 37 gallons an hour. So in 2 hours, we'll have almost 80 gallons of fresh drinking water, which is pretty dang good. So much quieter now. Where you wanna go?
Where nobody else is.
Show you guys what's in this anchorage as we're coming up slowly. So there's a commercial fishing boat right there, another commercial boat, another commercial boat, another sailboat, and a big long beach. Where do you want to go? Oh, that little beachy spot in there?
Is that a different island?
It might be. Yeah, it is, because there's the cut right there. Probably, but you want to go check it out, or? Here, zoom out a little, let me see, go up a little. Oh, that's that little one. No, this is probably that little one. See the waves coming into there? So it's probably like, you're probably looking at, yeah. Oh, I say we just stay here, it'll be fine. What do you think? Where do you want to go? I say we go to the right. In where? In to the left or the right of those sailboats? Okay. Sounds perfect to me.
Do you have all the proper things closed off?
To open.
Nice.
Oh, right before we set sail, I did. Our connection dropped off. Shoot. There we go. Do I have you guys back on the live stream? I think I lost you for a minute. Working now, all right. How long did I lose you for? Like 10 seconds or like 30 seconds? Just curious. 15 seconds. All right, 10 seconds. All right, good. Oh, so nice. This is wild. So there's three big commercial fishing boats, like bigger, like I don't know, 30 to 40 foot they look like. And then there's a whole bunch of little boats with them. And that's not too uncommon. But the funny part is these little boats are like anchored off in different places.
Come on, friend. Slide your boat a little bit. You'll come on right outside of the boat. Little cool, you see.
You're talking to us? I don't know if that was someone talking to us or not.
Are those stabilizers or are those nets?
I think they're stabilizers. I don't know if they use them for anything else, but...
How deep?
Right now it's
Let's go now, yeah.
10 foot. You don't see any traps or anything in front of us, do you?
No. But I see coconut trees.
Coconut palms? Yeah, it's 10 foot. Let's do 50 foot. Got a little bit speeding over this way. I don't know if that was them trying to call us on the radio for something. I couldn't understand what they were saying, if they were. Oops. It's going by. Terry, you want to go more to the right at all, or nah? What? Yeah. Go a little more to the right to our own spot. Maybe, but the wind's gonna shift more out of this direction, so over time it'll be less rolly. Say hi, Jenny. Who's that? So, someone's asking my sunglasses. These are Hobies. This is what I've been wearing for years and years and years. These models are called the Baysides, and these are what I was wearing all through lifeguarding, ocean lifeguarding, which I did for 13 summers. They're awesome. Really, really like them. Super affordable. I think they're like 80 bucks for a really nice pair of sunglasses. We're partners with them. We're an affiliate partner for them. So usually I don't know, DM me, send me email. I'll get you a discount code, and you know we'll make a small commission from that. But I won't use them if I didn't love them. Yeah, the code's changing right now. But shoot me an email or a DM on Instagram or something. Oh yeah, this is gonna be way better down here. Such a nice spot. Just getting in the perfect position to drop the hook. Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna come back a little actually. Can't wait to show you guys where we are. Man, we got a lot of viewers. We had 500 people viewing and dropped down a little when I had to eat my lobster mac and cheese. But now we're back to 350 people tuning in. So let me know how you guys like this live sailing stream. We've been going for 143 minutes, I think. Yeah. So over 2 hours? Wow, it's longer than I thought. Didn't feel that long at all. Let me know how you guys like this, if we should do another one. Sounds like most of you guys want it in landscape mode instead of portrait, so we can work on that. And I'm about to drop the anchor here. We'll drop 50 foot of chain, then put the bridle on, and then another 10 foot. Ready? I can't see your hand if you're... Just put your hand down by the window so I can look through the window. Maneuvering the boat straight so that Sierra can get the mantis bridle on easily, the chain hook. She's giving me hand signals up there. All right, drop the rest of it, get that bridle nice and tight. And then we'll back down on the anchor and make sure we're set. I'm just watching her if I need to drop any more chain. There we go. I have a switch right behind where you guys are mounted here at the helm that can go up or down. And then we have an up foot pedal switch there. I guess ideally we would have a down foot pedal switch too, but we didn't, I don't know. We didn't realize that. Again, this is better setup than we've ever had before, so everything how it is already better than we've been used to. All right, backing down here. Back down to, like, you know, we'll go 1500 RPMs with both throttles. And that's some good force. on the anchor. I see Jetty. Jetty's just waiting for me to turn these engines off. She loves it. She loves it when the engines go off. I know you do, yup. What, are we good? I'm gonna back down a bit. We're stock, right? Except we're not turning the engines off because we're making water and charging the batteries, so we'll leave them on for a little bit.
Are we done? 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 I think we're done. Such a good job. Yeah, you did such a good job.
All right, let me show you where we are at right now. We're right off this big, long, beautiful sand beach. Probably, I don't know what's at, 100 yards from the beach right now. And we can see our anchor chain. Other boats over there, some of the commercial boats. We got another here. And that's it. And we're making some fresh water right now. We're about to probably put the dinghy in and take Jetty on a really nice long walk on the beach and explore. See if we can find any coconut palms and get some coconuts. And gotta kind of clean up the boat a little bit. Get the lines away and the covers on and all that good stuff. So I guess that's it. Oh, I'll check out this chat one more time if you guys have any more questions, just to see. Let me mess with something real quick. So shoot me some questions in here if you guys want. If there's anything else you want me to answer. Let's see. Try to get a good background going there. There we go. I need a haircut so bad. It's gonna be another month though till we get back to the States. Oh, I can turn it on mute. All right, I think we're back. Figured out how to turn it on mute so that wind noise doesn't drive you crazy next time. All right, give me 1 second. You know how to do it, don't you? I'll show you. Give me 1 second, you guys. Keep those questions coming in. I'll be right back. 1 minute. Look. Sorry about that. Sarah needed help with something. All right. What you got here? Scream root beer for a $20 donation. Root beer! Yeah, whatever. Freediving looks fun. How long can we hold our breath for? I don't know, maybe like 2 minutes. Not very long. And that's not diving. That's like static. Like, realistically, I only hold my breath for a minute when we're diving here in the Bahamas, but that's all you really need. It's relatively shallow diving. If we kind of paid more attention to our technique, which we certainly could, we could definitely get stronger breath holds. But like, yeah, probably 2 minutes and change static, and then, you know, 1 minute when we're spearfishing. Whatever, it's fine. That's all you need. What ocean are we on? I guess we're technically on the Bahama Bank, right? I mean, off the Atlantic Ocean. Are you motoring? Nope, we're on anchor, but I got the engines on, just charging the batteries a little bit. Why did we move locations? Well, we went down to these very southern remote islands, and we have friends flying in a few days, and so we got to work our way back up. I mean, we could do it in one shot. We could get back to the airport. It's like 100 miles away from where we were, but we have good wind for 3 days, so we're just gonna kind of hop along, take 3 days to do it, and it'll be nice, easy, fun sailing, and we can stop and explore some of the other remote islands on this chain while we're doing that. Strangest looking water creature we've ever seen diving? Oh my, good question. Just some weird fish, I guess. Ever hit a bommy? No, thank goodness. Bommy is like a coral head for you guys who don't know. How's conch chowder? We've never made conch chowder, but we've made a lot of conch stuff. For you guys who don't know, conch is the thing that comes in this shell. This is a conch shell, and the thing that comes out of it is a conch. And we've done videos on this. You'll see a lot of it in our recent videos also. And it's like just a real protein, you know, straight up protein, white meat. Kind of chewy if you don't tenderize it or marinate it. And yeah, we make, I love making conch curry with it. We love making conch salad, which is like a ceviche pretty much. And then we make like conch fritters or cracked conch or all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I haven't made conch chowder or conch stew yet, but I'll try that coming up probably. What happened to our beautiful outrigger canoe? So we made a sailing outrigger canoe with Chesapeake Lightcraft. And we got to use it. We got to do the Everglades challenge with it. We got to use it a whole bunch. Ideally, it was gonna try to fit on this boat, like above our tender here, but just because of a number of things, the fitment didn't work how I wanted to. The boat came out just slightly heavier than I would have liked. Just a few different reasons. It didn't really work out to have it aboard, but we still have it. It's at Sierra's parents' house. I'm really excited when we get back to Florida. We get some warranty work done on this boat, and we'll be there for a month. We'll get to use that canoe. And maybe we'll even do another Everglades challenge in the future. But that thing is freaking awesome, and yeah, I can't wait to get back on it. Kites on board. Do we have kite surfing stuff or surfing or whatever on this boat? We have. So I left my kite gear finally for the first time because we got really into wing foiling, and it's just been every condition where we could have kiteboarded in, I choose to wing foil. So it was about time to let the kite gear go, and I'm probably gonna put it up for sale soon. But we have all our wing foiling gear, and then we have a bunch of surfboards, and that's kind of our activity. Wing foiling is really easy to do off the boat in all these anchorages and all these locations, and then we really do try to hunt for surf when we can. And you know, that's fewer and farther between here in the Bahamas, but some days we get some good days of surf. If you could pick one item on your wish list to have right now, what would it be? I think we have a whole list going of like upgrades we want to do. Some of it is kind of some semi-sponsored gear, like a barnacle boat monitoring system. We're going to install that when we get back, and we're really excited for that. But ultimately, like, I think we just want more solar, so we're going to add some more solar to the boat, and that's kind of the practical stuff. And then hopefully some more better camera gear and a new drone. I don't know. It's all priority order. We don't have the money for all of it, so we gotta prioritize what we buy. What's the latest on Tula? So if you guys don't know, Tula was my first sailboat, the boat that I fixed up on Long Island by myself, 26-foot double ender monohull, and I sailed her all the way down to Florida, and then that's where I met Sierra, and then eventually we cruised on her a little bit, but then we sold her. We got Neverland, our trawler, and then kind of kept moving on from there. But Tula came up for sale, and I had the opportunity to buy her back, so we bought her back. And she's up in North Carolina right now. She's in a boatyard, and no immediate plans, but somewhere in the future we're gonna do a complete refit on her. We'll document everything. I'm pretty excited for that, honestly. And then hopefully we get her in a position where she can teach people how to sail, whether it's us when we're in town teaching people or doing clinics or sunset sails or whatever, or we hire a sailing instructor, or we put her in a sailing school or something like that. And you know, we get a ton of people asking us how to learn how to sail, and I think she would be the perfect boat. It's how I learned how to sail, but I think it should be the perfect boat for other people to learn how to sail as well. She's kind of small and got a pretty small cockpit, so I don't know. I think it'd probably only be like 2 or 3 people plus 1 instructor max. I don't think you'd really want to do more than that. So sometime in the future, that's what the most likely scenario is for Tula. And yeah. Hey, did you ever go to the North Sea? No, never went to the North Sea. Don't use your AIS. Yeah, we do. We do when we're offshore, especially at night. But other than that, honestly, we keep it off. That's all. Keep it off. Do you like to sail? We love to sail. Alright, you guys. Unless there's any other important questions, I think it's time to go and get Jetty running on this beach. And we thank you guys for tuning into the live stream. I thought it was pretty cool to have over 2 hours, you know, getting off the anchor, sailing, and then anchored in our new spot in the Bahamas. So thank you guys for coming, and let us know how you like this, what you would like to see in the future. And yeah, don't forget to check out the Tula shop. The link is in the description. Any purchase of any shirt or anything in there helps us do stuff like this and make our videos and kind of have a job. So we appreciate that, and we'll talk to you guys soon. How do I end this?